All right, so Cleveland Browns head coach Todd Monken made his rounds throughout the Cleveland media circuit, and he addressed things about the team, and we got clarity in this here clip about what he's looking for and expecting out of Shedeur Sanders. I think this is a big time opportunity for Shaduer in Todd Monken's system to flourish. We got to take a look at what Todd Monken had to say about what he expects from Shedeur Sanders. This is pretty big here. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification and hype the video. Let's get right into what Todd Monken had to say about Shedeur Sanders and what he expects from him.
We're here with Browns' new head coach, Todd Monken. Welcome back to Cleveland. This is going to be a busy time for you, obviously, but it looks like as soon as you got off the plane, you got right to work here in Berea. So what do these next few days, weeks, and months look like for you as you take the reins over for the Cleveland Browns?
Starting off, we've got to, finish, hiring an elite staff and then connecting with the players. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, is connecting with those guys. But again, putting together an elite staff.
I asked you in your introductory press conference about your philosophy on player development, and one of the things that you have said before is just finding that elite trait in a player. We talk so much about what this year looks like for Shedeur Sanders. So when you see what he's done from his first year in the NFL into this next season, what stands out to you as elite about him that you hope to maybe pull out in his development?
I think you can see the playmaking ability. You can see him as a playmaker. He has a unique way of moving around the pocket and finding receivers down the field. I love that about him. Hard to really drill down into some of the other things you need to work on until we really get him back here.
For you, you've got a lot of coaching experience, but this is your first.
He sees the playmaking ability in Shedeur Sanders. We saw him. Shedeur Sanders showed more mobility than people gave him credit for. He was able to run. There's a lot of games with the Browns last year. He led the damn team in rushing, which is bad. But, I mean, he did what he had to do. He led the team in rushing a few games. He extended plays, got out the pocket, made big throws down the field, like versus the Las Vegas Raiders, where he escaped out the pocket to his right side and launched the ball downfield. I think that Todd Monken sees the potential in Shedeur Sanders, and I think he's going to give him every opportunity to flourish.
NFL head coaching opportunity. Why did it feel like this was the time now, and what are you looking forward to with this opportunity now?
I think God puts you in the right place at the right time. I really believe that. I've had other opportunities, just didn't come to fruition. Loved my time here. I think the Haslams and the fan base are just craving a consistent winner. And I've been a little bit in that, I've been in that situation before at Southern Miss, and I can't wait to get started.
You said craving that consistent winner. It's obviously a little early to create expectations for this team, but you obviously had to have pitched something, your vision for what the Cleveland Browns could be in 2026. So what is that vision? What do you anticipate the Cleveland Browns will look like under you in your first year and then moving forward?
Well, I think first off, when you talk about what you want the tape to look like, I mean, it starts with effort, physicality, and execution that pops off the tape. I mean, that's what you want the team to look like, and if you get that effort, physicality, and execution that pops off the tape, everything else takes care of itself.
All right, last one for you. You're back in Cleveland. You were here in 2019. What excites you the most about being here? What are you looking forward to? What's first on your list of getting back into this community and back into a fan base that loves football so much?
Building a consistent winner. That's all it is. This is all about winning.
Just football nonstop, huh?
That's it.
I think people are going to like to hear.
Noteworthy before we dive into something Jimmy Haslam said in our next topic. What do we need to know? What do the fans need to know from Todd Monken's introductory press conference?
Particularly noteworthy, no, I think outside of the Schwartz stuff, and that did steal the show. I was not surprised that he mostly gave a non-answer on Shedeur. I don't think there is any other answer right now. I think it was notable that he did go into a little detail on Deshaun, but I thought it was a good presentation. I thought there was enough authenticity in genuine moments of emotion mixed with directly answering some questions. Of course, you're not going to answer all of them, right? I thought it kept moving. They touched the bases. Like Todd Monken got up there and looked like a guy who commands the room. And so in that regard, that's fine. I do think
that's a lot better than what we had with Kevin Stefanski, man. Kevin Stefanski was awful in front of the camera. He gave these bland, dull answers. He could not answer anything directly. You ask him about Shedeur Sanders, he starts talking about what's in the grocery store, all of our rookies, all of our, he's better than what Kevin Stefanski was up there at the podium. So
was what followed. But for Todd Monken, to do this for the first time, be there, and the way he's presented himself and the way the team has presented him, as I mentioned earlier, over the last week or so, I think is positive. And now he's got to go find some guys who can play on offense.
Look, I think Todd Monken did a nice job with his comments. I think that he has impressed a lot of fans, who didn't really know who he was. They just thought he was this old curmudgeon who was not innovative and doesn't really know offense. I mean, he's done a nice job. And the Browns did do a little bit of a nice job, too, with their PR of this whole situation. I am excited to see what happens this year, what he's able to do. I said it from day one, I don't care who they hire, I'm going to give them a chance because most likely they'll fail, but I don't want them to, and I want to see if it has a chance to have some success. It is odd that a coach who's 60 years old has never been a head coach.
Yeah.
I mean, you just wonder, is it just passed over every time? Like, what do you think happened there for him to not have this opportunity? And then the one opportunity he does get, it's this one.
Yeah.
It makes me nervous.
Well, if they have even a middling offense this year, people are going to love him.
For sure.
And he's going to be, it's going
anything
to be
that resembles what an NFL offense sort of should look like,
no doubt.
We'll take it.
I think a lot of this in the coaching ladder is timing, right? And Todd Monken went to Southern Miss, a job that's way, way off the radar, at a time they hadn't won a game the previous year. He did really well there. He got noticed. He got an NFL coordinator's job out of that, which was better than being the head coach at Southern Miss. Right?
Was he there with Frank Gore's kid?
That was way ahead.
Way ahead, okay.
Yeah.
No, he was a Southern Miss coach 2013, 2014, 2015.
Oh,
20 to
that
15.
long ago? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So then he rides that to 3 years in Tampa with a young team but a level of success, and rides that to the job in Cleveland. Now, the Cleveland job was a disaster, but there was an immediate bounce back.
Yep.
And he went to Georgia at a time that Georgia was known for producing defensive players and just surviving on offense, just handing the ball to their stable of five-star running backs. Todd Monken revved up that offense. Nobody thought Stetson Bennett was a world beater.
With guys that looked like walk-on quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I mean, they looked like they were the scout team quarterbacks when I was at Ohio State. He's winning natties with.
Yes. So that got him this chance where he went to Baltimore, and Lamar Jackson put up numbers that Lamar Jackson had never put up before.
Yeah.
And Lamar had already put up some darn good numbers, right? So I think so much of it is timing, but the track record is here. I don't think anybody thought the Browns were going to hire a 60-year-old first-time head coach. If the Browns were going to hire a 60-year-old, everybody thought it was going to be Jim Schwartz. And so that's kind of where the disconnect is. To me, though, more than anything, the disconnect is that nobody thinks that anybody has a chance with this offense. And so 5 or so weeks, they get to start changing that perception. And that's, to me, what I have to be sold on. I think Todd Monken could be really good, and the Browns could be 5-12 and
100%.
stink on offense again. Because there's no offensive lineman, there's Jerry Jeudy, there's all of these issues that they have, and there's no depth anywhere on the roster.
Right. They have as little talent as any team in the league on offense.
They have a bottom 3 wide receiver situation, quarterback situation, and offensive line situation.
Yes.
They have time to change that. But right now, those are bottom 3
And
deals.
you can't fix all those things in 1 year.
No, you can't.
I was talking with your colleague at The Athletic, Jeff Zrebiec.
And I think it's a lot of work to be done for Todd Monken, but I think he's up to the task, man. I'm giving him a shot. I think he's up to the task. I think he'll find some pieces to put on that offensive line, get some weaponry on the outside at wide receiver for Shedeur Sanders, because ultimately that's what Shedeur is going to need. He's going to need some legitimate targets on the outside. Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman, that's just not enough. It's just not enough. So we'll see, man. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. This Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the channel.